Hello everyone, welcome back to Fraud on the Telly. Today we'll be breaking down episode 6 of the Legend of Vox Machina, Spark of Rebellion. Things are really starting to heat up as the Briarwood arc is in full swing. In this episode we got a lot of really cool moments and Easter eggs. Remember, if you enjoyed the video or learned something new, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Go check out our other Legend of Vox Machina videos, like our Easter egg videos, as well as our series, The Legend versus the Campaign. Okay, let's begin. Episode 6 opens with the shot of a map of Whitestone. As I stated in my Easter egg video for episodes 4 to 6, this map is a direct copy of the physical map given to the players in the campaign. The X's mark important points in the city, such as the barracks, as well as the homes of the nobles of Whitestone. The Resistance is planning an attack on the Briarwoods, led by this guy here, Archy. Archibald Desney in the campaign was an elderly man who served the Tal'dorei family, while in the animated series, they decided to make him younger and one of Percy's childhood friends. We also get a Mercer sighting in this scene. A person arrives to the meeting and pulls out a symbol. This symbol is an altered version of the Tal'dorei crest with the sun tree in the middle. This was the symbol that Taliesin designed in the campaign that Vox Machina used as a symbol to recruit for the Resistance. The group begins to plan until suddenly an undead giant attacks, destroying the buildings and killing many of the Resistance members. We are again reunited with Vox Machina, having recently discovered the hung bodies on the sun tree, obviously dressed to be them. Go check out our video comparing this scene with the scene it was based on in the campaign if you're interested. The group quietly makes through the city until they are forced to hide from the undead giants. A villager notices Percy's buttons, which bear the Tal'dorei seal, and they question if Vox Machina is part of the Resistance. Percy asks the villagers if they know if Keeper Yennein is still alive, as she is the only one who can help bring change. Keeper Yennein is a priest of the Dawnfather, who provides comfort to the citizens of Whitestone. In the campaign, Yennein is portrayed as an old man. Yennein is important because of her ability to sway the minds of the common folk to the side of the Resistance. Vox Machina approaches Yennein on the streets later that evening, where Percy, after being a bit cryptic, reveals himself to Yennein, who knew him as a boy. We get a funny reference as to who the leader of Vox Machina is, which in the campaign was a frequent and funny discussion. Yennein takes them to a tavern with a hidden underground tunnel. In the campaign, Vox Machina randomly decided to make this tavern their home, and Keyleth was the one who dug out the tunnel. In the animated series, the tunnel was an old Resistance hideout. Later, Yennein tells Percy the Resistance leader has been captured, and oh my god, surprise surprise, it's his childhood friend Archy. Keyleth attempts to talk to the Sun Tree, the massive tree in the middle of the city, but it seems to be Omega dead. Fans of the campaign will know all about the Sun Tree, which fingers crossed we will get more of in the upcoming episodes. We get a scene of Pike, who is sent some sort of vision. In the vision, she's set ablaze. Pike believes she is cursed by Lady Briarwood and cannot connect with her goddess. The priest informs her that it's not a curse, but herself that is blocking her powers. Back to Whitestone, Sir Carrion is torturing Archy for information, but he doesn't budge. Carrion decides to call him back up, enter one Goliath, known as the Duke. Fans of the campaign know all about the Duke in Scanlan's epic showdown. Vox Machina have a planning session for how to bust Archy out, which is kind of a funny reference to the planning phase in all D&D campaigns. Percy, using his awesome new rifle, Bad News, and its super cool scope, does some reconnaissance. The group decide to split up, front door and back door team. Backdoor team struggles with another locked door in classic Vox Machina fashion, while front door team muscles their way in, freeing prisoners as they go. Eventually, one of the soldiers opens the back door, dumping some questionable liquid onto our heroes. Inside the prison, a battle has ensued as Vox Machina and the Resistance engage the soldiers. They find and free Archy until Stonefell shows up with reinforcements and a captured Scanlan. Scanlan, being the little trickster he is, uses his illusion magic to escape the predicament. A battle ensues, leaving Resistance member and soldier alike dead. Scanlan is saved by this familiar Resistance member until Carrion brutally murders them. Like, this one was really hard to watch. Vox Machina managed to escape with Archy, but Percy, seeing Stonefell, cannot help but enact his revenge. I break down this scene in way more detail in our Sun Tree campaign versus the Legend video, so go check that out. Percy dons his mask, black smoke billowing out of him. He tells Stonefell he is vengeance for the Tarolos. Then, Percy hits him with this hardest line straight out of the campaign.
I'm going to take one last shot. I'm going to look right at him. I'm going to catch his eye. This is for the Tarolos. And let me say, you were the one I was least looking forward to.
Oh, that's so cold.
First, he shoots the head of the captain's hammer off, and then he follows up with a shot to the stomach. As Stonefell is reeling on the ground, Percy removes his mask, showing him his true identity. He then proceeds to mag dump Stonefell until he is Omega dead. I love what they did with Percy's eyes here. It's super freaky, makes him almost look possessed. Stonefell's name fades from the barrel of the list, the first victim of his revenge claimed. Percy's beginning to lose it as he pulls on Vax, but calms down when Archy gives him the meta unlock that his sister Cassandra, the one who attempted to escape with Percy when they were children, is in fact alive. And that's where our episode ends, as we get our first look at adult Cassandra. I highly recommend watching these episodes of the campaign. It's way more slow burn, it goes into way more detail on how Vox Machina starts the Resistance, and obviously there's a number of differences between the campaign and the show. Of course, it had to be sped up for the animated series, and I like a lot of the changes that were made in the story. Much of the scenes were still true to the campaign, at the very least were tweaked only slightly, but overall the feeling of the scenes remained the same. For example, the end in the tunnel, as well as when Percy confronts Keeper Yennon. There are several other really cool Resistance scenes from the campaign that I hope we get to see in the upcoming episode, namely Scanlan's solo mission, which I just honestly can't wait for. The show has really impressed me with their ability to cover significant story beats from the campaign while doing so in a limited time frame. Specifically 24 minutes. When you take into account the source material, episodes range anywhere from 3 to 5 hours, sometimes even longer. I find it super impressive how succinctly they can relay all this information. Let me know what you think of episode 6 in the comments below. What was your favorite moment? If you want to learn more about the differences between the campaign and animated show, check out our The Legend versus the Campaign video series. As well, go check out our Easter egg videos. As always, if you enjoyed the video or learned something new, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help us with the algorithm, guys. And I hope to see you in the next one. Peace, love, adieu.